She wore exquisite makeup, yet took her own life with a gunshot in front of everyone. Initially, everyone assumed it was just an ordinary suicide case. However, what no one expected was that the deceased bride would reappear in the thick fog, unhesitatingly shooting her husband, who had come to claim her body at the morgue. Before long, the Ghost Bride murder case made headlines across all major newspapers, plunging the entire city into panic. With the investigation at a complete standstill, the inspector had no choice but to seek help from the legendary detective Sherlock Holmes. When Holmes and Watson arrived at the morgue, they were shocked to see the legendary Ghost Bride chained firmly to the mortuary table. The staff explained that this was the only way to prevent her from rising again to kill. Holmes, however, considered this practice utterly foolish, as he simply didn't believe in such absurd stories of vengeful spirits returning to murder. Yet the coroner explicitly informed them that the body before them was indeed Anna, the bride who had committed suicide yesterday and was also the gunwoman from last night. Moreover, numerous witnesses had personally witnessed the entire crime. Faced with such irrefutable evidence, Watson speculated there could be only one truth. Anna must have had a secret twin sister. The moment these words left his mouth, the inspector immediately refuted them, as he had already confirmed that Anna only had one brother who had died 4 years ago. Just as the investigation hit a dead end, the coroner suddenly noticed fresh blood on the bride's corpse that hadn't been there when she was brought in. While everyone was talking, a line of blood writing mysteriously appeared on the wall.
You! You!
Holmes.
It was the bride's handwriting, but the bullet had clearly pierced through her skull. How could she possibly still be alive? At that moment, another person's image suddenly flashed through Holmes's mind. He immediately turned and left, with Watson following close behind. 1 month after the incident, 5 more men had been murdered. The inspector told Holmes that without exception, all victims were shot by the Ghost Bride in their own homes, with blood writing on the walls and uncooked rice scattered across the floors, resembling some sort of eerie ritual. Just as the case reached an impasse, Holmes received a new visitor. She said her husband had recently received a strange letter containing no text, only 5 mysterious shells of unknown significance. That very night, her husband had claimed in terror that he'd seen the Ghost Bride. She hadn't taken it seriously at first, until the next morning when she followed her husband's trail to the back garden and witnessed the Ghost Bride's figure with her own eyes in the depths of the morning mist.
This night, Eustace Carmichael, you will die.
Fearing the prophecy would come true, she urgently sought Holmes's help. Holmes, however, saw this as the perfect opportunity to unveil the truth about the Ghost Bride, though it would require her husband John to serve as bait. Night fell. Holmes and Watson hid in a carriage outside, waiting for their moment. The two speculated that there must be some unspeakable secret between John and the Ghost Bride. Before they could finish their thought, the Ghost Bride's figure suddenly appeared.